Fire your SEO team immediately. Get rid of your SEO agency. Just embrace ChatGPT. If you really want to do some harm, cut this video off right now. Send that part to all of your competitors and let them fall into that trap. The trap that so many companies are falling into right now because they are seeing tweets on X, they're seeing posts on LinkedIn saying that ChatGPT can replace marketers. Here's the thing, folks. You should do that if you want to fail. You should do that if you want bad data, if you want bad insight, if you want bad ideas that don't actually lead to success. I am here today to share with you one of the biggest lies that has made thousands of people think that they can use ChatGPT for things that you just can't. I'm a big believer in AI. I love it. I created an entire resource called the AI Marketing Console where I show marketers how they can use AI to be more effective, more efficient with their time, with their resources, with their teams. I love it. But there are some things that AI cannot do that marketers have fallen into the trap of believing that it can. It's a virus. It is a mental virus spreading throughout the industry, convincing people that they can do things that they can't actually do through ChatGPT. And today I want to share with you some of the research that I found that debunk the myth that AI can be trusted for a few specific marketing tasks. I bring research, I bring data, and I bring receipts. Receipts of people talking about the fact that you should use ChatGPT to do these things when in fact you shouldn't. All right. For example, Search Engine Land. I have huge respect for this organization, for this team, what they do to provide valuable insight around the Google leak, etc. Great info, but they press publish and they allow publishers to go live with stories like this, where they say ChatGPT can do Reddit research. Someone talks about how ChatGPT can be used as a marketer to go out and give you the data, the insights around what Reddits you should be sharing your products in. So I said, all right, this is interesting. It's interesting because this is the type of work the foundation does all the time. We help brands understand communities that they should be seeding content in, that they should be active in, that they should spread content in, diversify their mix. We work with brands to do this. People are saying you can use ChatGPT to do the same thing. Okay, let's analyze this a bit. So the most popular subreddits about pickleball, according to ChatGPT, are pickleball, makes sense. Pickleball tips, makes sense. Strategy, videos, and sales. All seems to make sense. But let's dive in. It even says these are the most popular topics discussed in these subreddits. Now, at first face value, you think this is pretty good. But when you go in and you actually look at tips, that subreddit, you realize there's one member. When you look at pickleball sales, you realize there's one member. When you look at pickleball strategy, there's two members. And there's only been, across all of these, 3 posts in all of them. But these are popular subreddits where people are talking about these things. It sure doesn't look that way. It sure doesn't look that way. Oh, I thought, hey, okay, so they made some mistakes. Pickleball videos, that must be a great subreddit. I can imagine, I can see it now in my mind. Community not found. ChatGPT, propaganda, hallucinations, and marketers, and our trusted publications convincing and articulating this idea that you can do this stuff. It's not possible. Folks, this is also why we get a bad rep. We get a bad rep because every other day I see somebody going on X and tweeting out about how keyword research using ChatGPT is the way. That if you use ChatGPT for your keyword research, you're going to win, right? Who has time for Moz, for SEMrush, for Ahrefs, for any of those keyword research tools when you can just use ChatGPT and it will tell you how many monthly searches you're getting, the difficulty score. They'll give you all of that. More propaganda. These pieces had over 60,000 views on X. 60,000 people had the ability to see this content, right? And if half of those were bots, if let's say that half of them are bots, 30,000 people still seen that, right? So I said, all right, these are interesting ideas. And the ideas don't just live on X. Again, Search Engine Land, Search Engine Journal even wrote a piece talking about how to use ChatGPT for keyword research. And in this piece, it talks about the keywords related to SEO and the volumes, and it shows the search intent, and it gives you the keyword difficulty score, all of this directly in ChatGPT. Imagine you're reading this and you're a CMO. You send this to your team. You're like, folks, we should be using ChatGPT. Cancel all of our subscriptions to every keyword research tool. Just use ChatGPT. I am like 99.9% sure that has happened. But here's the truth, folks. If you go into Ahrefs and you take the keywords that was in that search engine journal that they published, you take those exact keywords, you plug them into Ahrefs, the gap here, the difference is significant. According to this article, this ChatGPT response, there's 6,000 searches every single month for SEO. That's a huge difference between the 191,000 that they're finding, right? Or search engine optimization, 35K. What did they have over here? They had 88,000. Huge difference, right? SEO marketing, 12,000 versus 9, right? SEO optimization cost, 2,100 versus 30. Massive differences, folks. ChatGPT is off by like tens of thousands of searches. That's ridiculous. But maybe it's a fluke, right? Maybe this is a one-off situation where ChatGPT hallucinated. No, it's not. I went into CRM related keywords and I said, all right, let's look at it from the CRM lens and let's study keywords like CRM analytics, mobile CRM platform, and see what ChatGPT projects versus an SEO tool. The gap again is massive. I did the same thing with ecom, designer sunglasses, and the gap again was huge. Massive gap between what ChatGPT estimated and what the SEO tools estimated. Did the same thing with VoIP. Massive gap. Folks, do not rely on ChatGPT for keyword research. It's a major mistake. What you should do is think differently about how AI shows up in your work, 100%. But that is not how. It doesn't replace the requirement of doing the research. It doesn't replace the requirement of studying a subreddit and understanding the voice, the tone, the messages, the most popular ones. It doesn't replace the tools that actually use proprietary data to inform our decision making. So what you should do with ChatGPT is actually leverage it to be more productive and efficient, but not replace strategic thinking. Use it to analyze a report. Give it the data, give it the information, and then let it give it back to you so you can start to articulate and understand something that would have taken you longer to read. Take an SEO report, plug it in to ChatGPT, get ChatGPT to articulate to you some of the key points. That is a great approach. That's a great use case that makes you more efficient, right? Give ChatGPT samples of content that you've created, ideas that you've created, and then ask it to create more of them. And then take those ideas, throw them into a Google spreadsheet, and start to create content at scale in a tool like Canva, where you're able to take that spreadsheet, import all of the quotes that you just got ChatGPT to help you support in developing, leverage Midjourney to create images the way that you want, make it custom so it looks how you would like it to, and then have a bunch of content assets created at scale, right? These are the use cases of AI that make sense. Anyone remember this ad? Anyone remember when Burger King came out with this ad talking about how like their burger, because it's moldy, is real food, and you should get it because if you get a burger from somewhere else, it won't go moldy, right? Great ad, right? This isn't that ad. I created that in Midjourney. We should be leveraging these tools to augment ourselves, to be able to come up with creative concepts, to be able to come up with creative ideas just like they did, right? I created a Whiteboard Friday that I encourage you to check out, where I talk about how content is evolving thanks to AI, right? It's on the Moz website. If you do a quick Google search, you'll find it. And I break down all of the places in which AI should play a role in our work. I want to dive into things like HeyGen, which is a ridiculous AI tool that allows you to essentially build an army of deepfakes where you're able to create an avatar version of yourself. And you can have it go out to people and they can receive the message. And you might be thinking, wait, Ross, am I watching a deepfake? No, this is really me. This is a flesh, right? But in the future, it's going to be hard to know, right? Folks, do not make the mistake of mistaking ChatGPT's confidence with reality. I would love to connect with you on this topic. If you are interested in learning more about AI, if you're interested in learning more about content, check out my website, rawsimmons.com, or our company's blog, foundationinc.co, where we talk about marketing, SaaS, growth, B2B all the time. Get connected to me on LinkedIn as well. I'd love to stay in touch. And if you got value out of this video, and if you want to help spread the truth about how ChatGPT plays a role in marketing, please share this. Send it to a colleague, send it to a peer, send it to your CMO, VP of marketing, or director. We can't, as an industry, allow the idea that ChatGPT can do these things actually bubble up into the boardroom without being contested against. Because it's not true. And my hope today is that I've been able to show you why you should always do your own research before making a mistake of jumping onto a trend, jumping onto an idea, simply because a guru told you to. Take care.